We are up right now. Oh, we ain't up yet, so let me go on and make sure everything is straight. All right, family, let's get started. Man, family, welcome you. Thank you for joining us. And we are striving to make sure that we give you the quality that you deserve, the sound that you deserve. I want to make sure that we are able to fulfill that. Right now, we are running live on Spreak, of course, which is our streaming platform, which we started with. We always respect to those that have been still with us on Spreak for hours. You see, I have a new mic, and I'm still trying to learn how it works. Facebook has made some changes. That's why the screen was popped up different. A little bit longer because I was trying to share with my other pages, but somehow along the lines that sharing function has been removed, and I like it. Goddamn, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do a switch. You know what I'm saying? You just don't let them know. While I'm on live, that's how I find out about the switch. I'm on live. That's called live. You know, I can't be reading shit on live, even though I do. Right? That's what we do here at the Journey. We want to make sure that you are with and better in and have a good time with us. If you look on your screen, you see we are still advertising Malcolm X Revolutionary Festival. It's still doing the fundraiser. We are praying that this whole epidemic will be done by the time Malcolm X Festival, because family, we've been planning, we've been working, and we want to make sure we're able to get you everything that and bring in the people that you want to see, bring in the people that's going to be out, bring in people that's going to like you, bring in people that's going to make you laugh. You know, because that's what having a festival is all about. So we want to make sure you are here. I want to send out the black signal with my family, but I want to see if I can edit the post because something happened with my with that, and I'm gonna be able to share it on my page. I am launching the black signal now, so y'all got time to gather in. Family, let's talk about quarantine. Those of you that don't understand, we're gonna talk about it a little in depth and some of the possibilities of what this quarantine can really lead to. Also, we're going to talk about some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Gye-Nyame, of course, we're going to hit up that Gye-Nyame philosophy. I'm going to let you know that the line is open. I just ask that you refrain from calling to after we lift our ancestors and get everything moving. It shows that we are live on YouTube now. We're live on Facebook. We are live on, I know there's something like, man, why you streaming on all these platforms? You ain't got many watchers. Hey, man, family, I'm doing it for the coach. As they say, I'm doing it for my children. One day my children will look back and be like, yo, what my pops was doing. You know what I'm saying? The grandkids be able to do it. So I came up, yep, they changed everything. I came up a choice. I ran across a choice that I had to make in my stream. Allow video clips, let's do is create and share part. Okay, I want to also be able to mine if they want to. I came up with a crucial choice this morning. So the camera you're looking at me on is HD. It's cool, but I have better cameras in it. So I had to decide on there to work on the camera or to work on the sound. You know what I'm saying? And I had the sound because we do have our speaker encoding over the turning down settings or using a faster encoding preset. I understand what that means. And code overload, consider turning down video settings or using faster coding. So let me go to my settings and see if I can fix that because it will on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Encode, I don't see anything on coding. This is that shit pop up on you that you won't be expecting. But I'm thinking because I'm on different platforms, that might be part of the issue. Encoding, consider turning. Let me move the screen a little bit. Down video setting or using faster encoder. Video setting. Let's go to video setting. We need to turn down our video setting. We already on 720. How much lower can I put it? Let's see. Or use a faster encoding. I don't see an encoding piece. So we're gonna run with the computer crash is actively off any outputs that change video settings. All right. So hopefully, encoding overload. Consider turning down video settings or using it faster. If anybody didn't know what the hell they talking about, please let me know because I have no idea about that. I'll look into it later. That is something that we'll have to research. But yeah, man, Facebook done changed some shit on me, and I'm sitting up here like, good grief, right in the middle of the stream. Greetings to Davey. Day 7-11. Thank you for joining us from Louisiana. I truly appreciate it. We're about to get it done. Are they quarantining the population in Louisiana? By the way, I'm just letting everybody know. So I will figure out what's going on with this piece in a second. And I show them. I'm glad I'm not recording right now because that blow computer. All right, so Fanny. First thing we need to do is, of course, we need to go and that song. It's time for the song to get popping off. But first off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Toast and Talk, and it's Kuumba on Kuumba Day. And of course, this is a Heart of December production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. All right, family. All right, so let's get it.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. All right, we're going to let it play because obviously my voice is hurting it. Drink some water. Drink. All right, I think I know what's up. Let's start over. Let's blow it up. Let's start over. We're going to try it again. Yeah, that's how we do it. Oh, man, let's get it. Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath, then drink some water. Take your breath, then drink some water. Take your breath, then drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get that pitcher of that water. Lift that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water like this. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water, stretch. Fam, move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. That's 4. Now remember the 4 pillars of health. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet, but hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink. Drink your water. Drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. All right, family. Once again, welcome to the Daily Toaster. I didn't make my transition. So, family, this is Gye-Nyame Media. I want to thank you for joining us. Those taking the time, make sure you like and share. Check us out at GNJmedia.live. Once again, that's GNJmedia.live. I'm going to have streaming across the bottom of my screens in a minute. I'm just still trying to figure this out and get to the point because I think I understand what they mean about the encoding, and I'm going to go. I probably won't be able to do it right now. So, I think by increasing the delay, I should avoid a lot of these problems. But, like I said, all of this is an experiment, and I'm just really, really trying to learn. Now, your comments not be streaming across the screen. I apologize because I have to go figure it out because part of sacrificing the camera so that I could get the quality sound, I'll be able to have your messages pop across. But Davey says they have public and private schools and postponed. This is Louisiana. All parades and public functions are postponed until further notice, and says buffering. And I apologize for that. Thank you for sticking in. Thank you for answering the question, brother. I really, really appreciate that. And so we are going to toast our ancestors. And for those that are new to the experience, we developed a daily toaster list that you can see on screen, a couple of things. And on the daily toaster list, we list out our personal ancestors. We feel that it is very important that we recognize our ancestors, especially our personal ancestors, because at times, when you go to these ceremonies and people are pouring libations, a lot of people will often bring up their the famous ancestors, but a lot of people will skimp when it comes to pouring libations to those personal ancestors, and those, for me, are the most important. And I want to make sure that we are able to salute those ancestors. So I made it my personal mission to make sure that Big Mama is not forgotten, to make sure that Grandpa is not forgotten, that uncle, you know what I'm saying, they did a lot for you that might slip your mind now, but as time goes on, remember, and you will put them on the list so that we can salute them together as family. I will figure out how to get this back up on screen. I am feverishly working at it, and I understand that it's buffering, and like I said, be patient with it because we are learning as we go. All right, family, so here we go. First off, we want to get our drink. So the drink I'm drinking right now, with this pandemic going on, I'm a big believer in fermented foods. You know what I'm saying? I talk about eating a culturally appropriate diet, and in culture we have all fermented fruits and fermented drinks. Some of them will get you drunk. This one in particular don't. This right here is we call it the ambrosia. And it is green tea and raw honey allowed to ferment with what's called a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And we toast with, this is my personal health drink. So the rules of the daily toast for those of you that are new is very simple, family. All you got to do is join the toast, right? What happens is you take responsibility of staying healthy yourself. So we start off, of course, with water song, and then also what you will see is that we will pull out health drinks. So my health drink of choice is ambrosia, something that I brew myself. If I get the cap off this morning, it's playing hard to get. But hey, woo! I love it. Oh, and that wasn't on screen. Damn. All right, but it's a fermented drink, so of course you're gonna have the pops and you're gonna have the bubbles. If you could look in there right now. Once I get my better quality camera back up, we'll be able to share with you, but we about going to do our toast. So first off, give it out to the creator by whatever they choose to call it. We raise our glass and we salute that creator, right? And we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do you go from there, brother Hatim? Where do you go from there? Where I go from there is very simple, family. We move to our list of our ancestors. And I'm trying to memorize the whole list for right now. I'm still working on the first page. So let's go and get it started. This is the list, and you see it on your screen as well. Let me see. I don't see no comments. So let me know if the video is getting better. All right, so let's go. We call on Miles Brown, Miss and Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenna Gaines. My fault. I lost my train of thought. I just thought about something. I just thought about something. The audio mixer. Oh, all right. Just thought about something. I'm sorry. Once my mind get going. All right. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin the Tex, Anna Davis, Herm Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Lena, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Mark Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis. Hold on, am I still straight? Yeah, let me drop it back in. Hey, am I still? Okay, I'm still streaming. All right, cool. All right. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Lena, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Manel, Noel X, Matt Ramalika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Atwood, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, George Smith, Walter Jordan, Kel Smith. All right. Had to stop it early today, family. Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, John Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachta Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Investor, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Allen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenna Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Rupe Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanterbury, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wood, Vinnie Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Leylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia and Hadley Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Christian Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Batch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harritel McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Shanae Baker, what we got? Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, at Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dak Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Audie Casey, Thomas Kofer, Vivian Stevenson, Ann Lewis, Adeline Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Harry before Jackson, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Manila, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.A. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Crawford, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie O'Shea, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Wiggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clay, Leonard Jones, Sade Gardner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, also Johanna, Jashandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Trisilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tillar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hawkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hawkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don. I just learned something new. Xavier Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Town, my fault, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncans Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko, D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. All right, family. Man, we're cooking with steam now. So we raise our glass and we salute all of our ancestors. Man, thank you for trusting me with your ancestors and allowing me to do this, because it's through your support that we are able to do this. And we stand upon our shoulders of our ancestors and we salute them once again. Family, without fail, for over 4 years now, we've been doing this every day. So we raise our glass and we salute our ancestors. From there, family, where do we go? We move to the present moment, family, right now. It is our time. It's our time to shine, right? So we are in the present moment. Our ancestors made sure that they did what they needed to do to make sure that we would be here and be able to be here, right? And to stand on their shoulders. So we have a pact with them. So we have to do for them, we have to do for our children what they did for us. We have that pact. We have to carry on this generation. We got to carry on these generations. We got to make the space for them to exist. Our ancestors left us time and space through their fighting, through their struggling, through their work. And we have to hold that time and space sacred and use it in a nation building fashion so that we can make sure we're laying down the foundation for our children. So today we are on Kuumba. We are challenging everybody, even in the quarantine state, even if you can't leave the house, because that's where it's going to get to, family. You know what I'm saying? I hope not. You got to hope for you got to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So there's a possibility that you may be quarantined inside your house. Some of y'all think that this is just going to be kick it time over these next couple of days, because in Ohio, we have shut down schools and all this stuff for 21 days. And a lot of people is thinking it's kicking time. I hear about young people talking about, can I go spend another such time? This is not kicking time. We are in quarantine. So in a minute, what can happen is all unwarranted travel can be stopped. I need y'all to understand that. All unwarranted travel can be stopped. This means that if you're not an emergency service, you cannot be on the roads. And this is a true possibility. So family, even in this condition, we still have to be able to find our principles, right? Be able to look for them. Look for them in your house. Look for them in your life. They are around. And the principle of the day is Kuumba. And for those that don't speak the language, Kuumba means creativity. Order is the meiotic principle of the day. The color for the day is orange. As you can see, I got on the orange Daily Toaster shirt, and I will show you how to get your own Daily Toaster shirt. We got cause and effect. That is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwame. Female name is Ama. Y'all got it? Did y'all get all that? All right, beautiful. All right, so family, we raise our glass to this present moment, remembering our responsibility, remembering our pact with our ancestors and our promise to the future generations. We raise it up and we pledge to do all that we can in the place that we can to make sure that we create space, time, and have some resources to pass on to the next generation. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? From there, we lift up our glass and we salute our children. Our children's children on to infinity, family. It's very important that we always, you know what I'm saying, salute our children. I know sometimes it could be kind of, I know they could get on the nerves and stuff like that. And all of our children do. But they are the future. So we have to groom them and we have to teach them in the way that they need to go. So we salute them and we salute our children that are yet to come. They are not here yet. So we lift up our glass and we salute them and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on and we toast all of our relations and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we move to that selfish toast. This is for you. For those of you that's out there doing your thing. For those of you that's seizing the moment. I want to raise my glass to you, right? And in this toast, I want you to think about that thing that you need right now in this moment. Whatever, it don't have to be a thing, but think about what it is you need right now in this moment to move towards the greater you. We raise our glass, and last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most uplifting, the most outstanding. You, the wisest and the strongest and the bravest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you, and with that we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family! It's time for us to do our toast and talk. Time for us to do the damn thing, as they would say. time for us to get it, right? So let me get off the Daily Toaster page. Let's go to the news feed page. Do transition. Boom. We're going to go to the news feed page. Oh, wrong thing. That was my speaker thing, y'all. All right. So right now, as you can see, family, I want you to remember, support the Malcolm X Festival. It's not only for us, but it's for our youth. The Malcolm X Revolutionary Leader Festival. Right now, through Gye-Nyame, we are often a G&J Power Pack. You know what I'm saying? When you support us with $20, we return $50 worth of value back to you through our digital content. So all you got to do is go to the link. I will post up the link. I'm sorry I don't have it available right now at my fingertips, but I will take care of that right now. Right now, I will make sure that you will be able to get straight to the page. I want to make sure that is available for you. All right, there we go. Let's go and click that page. Let's go on there. Copy and post. So I'm going to put it in the restream. Paste. Boom. Also, let's make sure that it's up in the YouTube. Make sure it posted up in the YouTube. It came across. So we got a caller. I want to thank everybody. And for those that want to know, I'm about to post up the number. We got a caller. Give me a second, caller. Also, family. I got so much stuff going on right now. Also, make sure you check out our free e-course. I'm going to make that available as well. Learn the ways of Gye-Nyame journey. And by the way, we are not having we are not having our warrior training today. We're not having our warrior training today. With everything closing down, we want to make sure that the family know that. So somebody on the line, who on the line?
It's Shaka.
What's up, brother Shaka? Everything going good? All right, I'm going to take it off the screen because it got your phone number up there. I was hoping your picture would show up. I don't want the world to know your phone number, but they could stop, freeze, and get it. What's going on, brother Shaka?
Oh, man, just dealing with the same thing over this way. Trying to see what's, how it's interesting, how the world around you is affected. Last night, people were still going out to the bars like, yeah, well, if you're going to die from something, die doing what you love.
Die doing what you love. Yeah.
You got to think about.
Hey.
So.
But everybody got, everybody got a different philosophy on life, and you can't knock some people. But the danger of this disease is that, first off, we don't understand it. Science does not understand it, supposedly. And also, you may be a carrier and not even know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the danger. So, I canceled the training and stuff today until I can get some more information. I'm not going on a lot of, because there's a lot of fantasies out here, I ain't even going to call them fantasies. Let's say there's a lot of talk without facts. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that when I'm putting my family at risk, I want to make sure that I got some facts about what's going on.
Hey, Hatem, what do you think about this thing? All right, well, hold on, because you said a whole bunch just then. All right? First of all, you said scientists don't understand it. Then you said we don't understand it. And then you said, the information that's going out. Because I just saw this thing about if you black, then you can't get it. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that's out there. How you feel about that?
Now,
do you really believe that the scientists don't know it?
First off, we know that science is capable of doing biological engineering and There is a such thing called biological warfare, and I can call it either way. I can't tell people what they know and tell them what they don't know. What is known, but I do know that there is not enough information for me to really come up with some type of theory. And on top of that, this is not my area of expertise, and we need to start making sure that we start producing young people who can be able to speak with confidence and a true understanding about what we're going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have those experts now. But what I will say is this: for those that's going around saying that black people can't catch it, the one thing that you got to keep in mind is this: they are not talking about the average. If this is true, they're not talking about the average unhealthy motherfucker that's out there eating cream cakes and shit like that. I just want y'all to know that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I love cream cake.
Well, that's what now. But the other point is this.
I can't even get pasty cakes in Cleveland no more.
All I'm saying is this: be careful of what you talk about and how you talk about it, because this is the reason why. Black folks run around talking about, well, I'm black, I can't get it. We can't get it, but you still can be a carrier. You can still carry the virus. The virus could still be on your skin. The virus could still get in you, and because it don't affect you doesn't mean that the process that it's going through is not happening within you. So you might not be affected in the same way. So be very careful about that, because in our community, one of the major reasons that I started brewing that ambrosia was because we got a lot of people with sicknesses in our families and in our communities that is compromising their immune system. That's one of the major.
And that's the thing, Tim, is that like people get funny, people get real retarded with late. And let me just say it like this, because what you talked about is the abundance of folks who have compromised immune systems because choices and behaviors that they had, right?
Mm-hmm.
The piece is that anytime your immune system is compromised, ain't that age? What's age stand for? Immuno.
I forgot.
But it's a deficiency of your immune system.
Right. But go ahead.
If you got something out there like, because usually it ain't AIDS that take AIDS victims out. It's what is it that they catch?
It's other diseases, pneumonia, other opportunistic diseases. Whenever your immune system is weak, that gives opportunistic diseases, viruses, bacteria, and other things an opportunity to take advantage of that weakness. Now, not only do we have to worry about like those that may have AIDS, but what about those who have autoimmune diseases, like Crohn's? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all got people in our family with these autoimmune diseases, and we talking about black folks can't get it, but what about those with a compromised immune system? You still need to go to the protocols. You still need to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And family, maybe we might need to have on this show, or maybe even tomorrow, have a discussion about how are we going, those of us that are able to be at home, how are we going to use this time?
And also, to bring it closer to home, Tim, I mean, for those of us who don't have compromised immune systems or dealing with any intestinal candida or anything like that, the benefit of the elixirs that we produce to be able to fortify our, our households and our, and to dig deeper into who can benefit from that and who cannot. Because right now, just based on the information that we have about, the probiotics that we brew, who is not a good candidate for it right now? and who can benefit from it. They say that those folks with compromised immune systems, those dealing with candida or any type of intestinal diseases, should not take it because of the acidity. But what other things would you recommend for those folks in terms of probiotics, and how much does this weigh in the conversation of the day?
Now, there's other forms of and that's the piece that I was trying to get to earlier. We don't have the information, nor do we have the mechanism in place to truly be testing. Shaka, right now, me and you, in a sense, like I said, if we had the money, because we don't have the wealth, because now this is going to be the biggest issue with everybody during this emergency right now. We don't have access to wealth. And because we don't have the access to wealth, we can't do the things like actually stay in quarantine, because we know we're going to have to go out. You know, some people might not get paid till Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Some people might not even have a home. And we're struggling right now as a community. And we don't have the wealth to be able to have laboratories where we are able to answer the questions that you have. 'Cause I could speculate. But me and you don't really have no real answers based in our facts, based in what we have studied, based in the results that we have from people drinking our stuff. You know what I'm saying? With certain conditions. So all we could go off is other people's research. What we need to do is to become independent in many ways. I mean, we need to become we need to have these laboratories in our community where me and you can ask these questions to the experts. You know what I'm saying? Ask these questions to our experts and be like, yo, what exactly, we know what adding probiotics can do for the body, because we know how important the microbiome is within the body, and we know how having a healthy microbiome can improve the strength of your immune system. Right? But how? You know what I'm saying? Hell, because me and you, we're brewing, but if we were asked, how does the body transform something acidic into something alkaline, could we even have that discussion? Could we? We could guess, but we need to be having the scientists that can be able to come into the discussions with us and be like, look, we know that the drink is acidic, but when it gets in your body because of this process and this process, it is transformed from acidic to alkaline. Because it never really, I have never really been clear how you could drink something acidic like this and it helps your body become alkaline. But according to some of the studies that I have read, go ahead.
It's the same thing with lemon.
And it's so good. It's the same thing with lemon. Exactly. But can you explain it?
Right.
Uh-oh. Well, break it down.
Can I explain it?
Yes, break it down. Break it down like it should be, bro. My brother.
I don't understand how the process is, but I understand that the process
is right. We know it is.
Is that when you internalize a lemon, it creates an alkaline ash. And it's the same process that happens with the kombucha products, is that it creates an alkaline ash when it enters the human body. So, once again, I think that if we just went a little bit deeper and with those who speak that language, it wouldn't be so hard to identify with. But you're right. When it comes to you and me, and we have no letters next to our name, we have no wealth to be able to you know what I mean?
Right. Right. It's
for
not
our branding purposes, even. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's not even about the numbers. We don't have the wealth to take the time or even invest in somebody to take the time to really break down these processes, right? Just like many of us don't have the wealth to actually sit home for 21 days. I don't have the wealth to have to do this. I don't have the wealth to actually take care of my kids and feed them a full 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? There's family, there's people out there that are going to be experiencing this, and these are symptoms of the same problem. Symptoms of the same problem.
Right.
And but we know the product that we have works because shit, you've been taking it, I've been taking. We got other people. I got people right now waiting for me to start fermenting again. But I'm kind of holding off because I'm holding on to my water just in case. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, right. No, because people don't even understand if they do a citywide shutdown, because the talk is that there could be a citywide shutdown and unnecessary travel is restricted. And they start closing because the bars is going to be closing. Because last night, you go get your last, I hope you got your last drink with a group. I went out and ate yesterday. Get my last meal outside the home. Because for many of us, a lot of that stuff that we normally do is going to be shut down. So now we're going to have to make a way at home. And the question is, are we going to be able to afford that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and how that affects me and you is, once again, you know what I'm saying? Do we have money to pay for a scientist to come in, to pay for somebody that has time to do science, right? To pay for somebody.
You know what, Hatem?
Go ahead.
In the twinkle of an eye, and this, we talk about paradigm shifting, right?
Uh-huh.
When somebody who has never had to step into survival mode.
Thank you, Davey.
Survival mode. Huh?
No, I was thinking because Davey, let me know how the sound is on this mic. But brother Davey 711 from Louisiana, he let us know it's acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS. We old as hell on this show, brother. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Right. And so going to that, man. Look, that's a lot of things under one umbrella. Like, you spoke of autoimmune diseases, and it's like anytime the body is attacking itself, or the immune system is attacking itself, it's like that's the issue. It's the same thing. It's the exact same. All right, so we already covered that, but getting back to the scientist piece. In a minute, it's about to become the way that it is in the story that I wrote. And we used to talk back and share pieces of the stories as we were writing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about how the blackouts. I always talk about when the lights go out, it's a whole different world.
Yes, it is.
Because there's no, all the stories that will never be told that happen in the dark. When the light, when the light turns on, all of those stories is gone. We are so in the story, we are so technologically and pharmaceutically dependent that when we are caused to be without those vices for over 7 days, instant pandemonium. Because everybody is caused to move into what they know for sure is survivalhood. And we got trust issues in the light, let alone in the dark. So the moment these stories start turning fatal, and, for the vitality of the living, it's going to be issues, because we in America are going to start eating ourselves as these, as we're talking about this autoimmune deficiency. I think that on the social disease, that's where America can head without the right leadership.
Brother Davey says, you're right. You have to treat this as if you're prepping for a natural disaster. And I am going to go one step farther, Brother Davey. This is a natural disaster. It's coming from nature, whether it's been tampered with or not. It is a natural disaster. But this is what's crazy is I was talking to somebody on the phone yesterday, and I told him, I said, we've been waiting for this for 20 years. I've been waiting for this my whole adult life. One of my brothers looked at me yesterday, and he said, man, all those days we've been running around in the woods and doing some of the stuff we was doing, now all that stuff is coming in handy. I said, because back in the day in the Underground Railroad, when we had the Underground Railroad, when some of y'all too young for this, but we didn't have cell phones. Everybody had beepers. So in order to let people know that something was going down within our community, rather than use the numbers 911, we'll use the number 000. And he understood the language. I said, yo, this is a 000 event. He like, yeah. See, and what 000 events do, it allows us to get to what you was talking about, being able to be in the dark, because I think actually black folks need to be in the dark for a couple of minutes so that we could really start understanding that we have no one but ourselves first. Now, everything else might line up eventually, but first you got to start with us. And with us being put in a position where we have to recognize that we don't have the wealth that we had. Because, Lord, listen, don't let the machines go down and you can't go get your money out. Or you can't collect that check. Right?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? We have to be very clear about this, family. One, this is a natural disaster. Two, are we or are you going to be the individual within your community that's going to take advantage of this moment in time? This is a historic moment. Not in anybody's. I am 52 years old and they have never. Listen, I remember a snowstorm hit back in like 1988 and they didn't close Ohio State down. Ohio State has been shut down. Columbus Public Schools have been shut down. All the schools in Ohio have been shut down. All types of workers are being pushed home or told to stay home. This is a historic moment. And black folks, are you in a position mentally first to take advantage of this moment? Do you have the balls to take advantage of this moment? Because right now we need to be talking about us and we need to be looking around and seeing how the reality is going to hit. How is this going to land? Because most of us, we got family members that we got to be looking out for. Well, you got to have your Cash App ready if you can use your Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Because certain people are going to need money and they ain't going to be on no bullshit. It's going to be they actually need money so that they can feed their families. And this is another funny piece, man. To all you motherfuckers that ran out and bought toilet paper. All that toilet paper y'all done bought. I hope y'all got enough food to use that toilet paper. We got people going out buying up toilet paper. I just pray to God that they have enough sense to have enough food to use all the toilet paper that they bought. I'm sitting up here like, God damn. You know, Allende told me yesterday, he said, man, what's wrong with motherfuckers not thinking about you could take a shower after you shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I know some of y'all like, yeah. But we in an emergency situation, shit. You know? But, hey, man. But to the family that's with us on here now and those that might be tuning in later, let me go back. I want to take y'all to, because I'm able to do it now on this software that I'm running. I'm running OBS for anybody else that want to learn how to stream. I am going to, for those that want to learn, We might do a short e-course to help get you started because it is confusing as hell. Because as y'all seen, I got to make choices. Sometimes stuff works, sometimes stuff don't. So I got multiple ways to stream so I can make sure I get the message out to you. I got multiple ways of getting in touch with people. So those that want to learn, by all means, feel free to hit us up. And Gye-Nyame Journey, we gonna make sure that y'all, because this internet thing is the new weapon. Make sure you go to gnjmedia.live, click on watch the video on gnjmedia.live, click the bell and like. Make sure you like our page. I wanna send love out to all of those that have been joining the page lately. We have broke the 900 likes. And we got like a 937 some odd followers. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep growing. And family, also remember to go and support the Malcolm X Festival piece. Now, every day we stream on gnjmedia.live, and I want to let y'all know what's on here. So now, right here, you got the chat on the side. Hold on. So somebody want to come in. That sound like Sister. Who is that? Did somebody just call in?
It's Sister Navita.
It's Sister Navita.
Yes, it's me.
I bet you it's Navita. Hey, it's Navita, ain't it?
It's Navita.
Yes, it is.
With her beautiful self. This sister right here put the word out and people be flocking. You got to have. Every community need a sister Navita. Navita, you called in. What's going on?
That's because when she talks, you can't help but to listen to her.
I wanted to ask, about everything being shut down. I can only watch so much of the shit. The live stuff that they do. I try to tune in and get some of it. But this morning I just wasn't. I wasn't for it this morning. So anyway, did they mention anything about closing down the courthouses or anything?
You said, is there any word about closing down the courthouses?
Yeah, because they have thousands of people from all kinds of backgrounds that frequent that courthouse in and out, thousands on a daily basis. Did they shut the courthouse down? I'm just asking, did they? I guess that's a no.
No, I can't say no. I'm not qualified to answer that question because I don't have the information. But hey, do anybody know, did they close the courthouse down? Because they do have, or is they still gonna get that money? I think they're gonna get that money, Navita. You know what I'm saying? I think
so too.
And see, because
I think so too.
Because if they put on a travel ban, they're going to have some place to take people. But let me tell you, this is how, when the police pull you over, black folks, that you get up out of trouble immediately. When the police walk up to you, all you got to do be like, excuse me, hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me, officer.
Tape and put on my eyes and make them real slanted and start coughing.
Now,
That's wrong.
So, family, let me know if you're listening in. Please let me know, how is the sound? Is it a good trade-off? Because the camera
The sound is excellent. The sound is so excellent. I'm gonna tell you now.
Whoa.
It wasn't bad before, but this is like you have stepped it up for real. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. See, when I'm making the Vita happy,
I'm totally impressed with you.
I'm not listening.
Now, I have a question though about this.
Hold on, Navita. Navita, don't you start no shit now.
What?
She about to start some shit. When she say I'm about to ask a question, she about to start some shit. So, family, let's get ready. Let's go. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let's get it ready. I need to have my finger on the fuckery button just in case. Go ahead, Navita.
So this has been declared as, and we talked about this in our hashtag study group last night. So this
your ass study group
as a pandemic.
Yes. It was.
Pandemic means around the world, correct?
Yes. Go and ask the question. Go ahead.
So there are some places around the world. I know Brother Keith said Russia was an example where they have, compared to population-wise, they have minimal effect it has had in Russia.
Right.
And Africa is on the low scale as
right.
well. amongst other, well, Africa being a continent, mind you, and other countries. So how does it really classify
as a pandemic?
As a pandemic.
Are you ready for the answer? Wait, hold on before you go to number 2. It's classified.
Go ahead, give me the answer.
It's classified as a pandemic because it's affecting white folks, and white folks are the universal model for everything. So when it affects them at a large level, it becomes a problem for all. That's why it's declared a pandemic.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Good answer. Good answer.
I give myself a round of applause.
Like that, but I agree that's probably why they classify it as such. We see. But number 2 is I was watching this morning, and they were saying that the people that are really have to worry about being affected, like coming down really sick with the coronavirus. The people who already have compromised
immune system, right? Right.
So you can have it,
right,
and be walking around here without being sick.
Right.
It could be in your system. So they may say 1,000 people, for example, have coronavirus. Well, over half of them people could be walking around here like you and I, no problem.
Don't even know it. Right.
We're just
right. That's that's what makes it dangerous, because it has.
But you still have to be. But that's no more dangerous than what the flu does.
No, it's a little bit more dangerous, because with the flu virus, right? You could be flu. When you become contagious, you are also in most cases sick. With this one, you can have and be contagious and have absolutely no symptoms. What people don't understand.
Now listen,
go ahead.
That's true. However,
there she go.
You have to have a compromised system to even be affected by that.
Well,
that's the thing. I would be like, I don't have to be, unless I have a compromised immune system, then, elderly people already sick. I don't have to be in fear. Yeah, I might not know you have it, but if I'm sitting next to you and I don't have a compromised immune system, then I don't have to
But you too can become a carrier.
I can become a carrier, but the thing about it is, even if I'm a carrier, you're a carrier, they're a carrier, we're all carriers, and none of us have a compromised immune system. If you look at the numbers, the people who are actually developing severe illnesses from the carriers are small. They told you that today on the thing. They said it's small.
But
look, back in 2015, I was working in the school, all right, and working around these 6th graders. I rubbed my eye, and I thought I had just pink eye. Man, let me tell you something. This pink eye turned into red eye, turned into my son at 3 years old called me a zombie, and I'm just walking around like my brain is swelling up, and I went to the hospital. Nobody tell me what it was. They was just giving me the antibiotics for conjunctivitis, for pink eye, right? And it was the wrong antibiotic. They had to give me some. I went to a minute clinic, and the sister gave me the right medicine. And all of a sudden, so I going through this thing, they didn't know what that was, but they called it conjunctivitis, because usually pink eye don't get that detrimental. Like I was really going through it. And like both of my eyes was bloodshot. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that they didn't know what to call it, but they called it conjunctivitis because whatever the sister gave me worked. And so when we look at this, what we call the coronavirus today, that was on Lysol bottles last year, how don't we know what this can do? How don't we know?
And
Well, I
but hold on.
don't know only by what they say, and what they say is what kind of catches my. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's my grandson at the door. I'm like, who the hell coming in my house? What they say is that people can have like the worst case scenario is that you know, excuse my dog, is that you die from it, right? Worst case scenario, which they say rare, that is still a low number of deaths. So outside of the number of deaths, you now have what the symptoms are that of like a flu / bronchitis type symptoms. But you can
Also,
live through those things, right?
right. But also,
So what are you? I don't know. I don't understand the fear. So if I did get it, 9 times out of 10, I won't die, and they'll have to treat me.
Ooh, hold on, Navita. You are so mean.
Yes.
You're mean. But somebody else is on the line. I just because I want to discuss what Navita's talking about. But somebody else on the line. Who this on the line?
This is Davy 711. My name is Davita.
Oh, all right. I've been calling you. You got to.
Navita and a Davita on the line.
And Davita, listen, Davita, I want to apologize because I keep on looking at your name and saying man and all this. So you in Louisiana, and can you spell Davita for me? D.
It's D-A, capital V-I-T-A.
Capital V-I-T-A. I'm asking because I want to put everybody up on the screen. And I don't want the world to have your number.
Okay.
do I know you, Davita?
I'm not sure, but I did do an interview with the New York Times, but it was a while ago. My one thing with the situation is this. We don't know the long-term effects of it. And I had a discussion with the principal of my son's school. And, yeah, we may all be carriers of it. But because this thing's so new, the children, they're saying that the children aren't affected by it. But what about 20 years from now? What about 25, 30? What's going to be the long-term effects of that? You know, like I only have one child. So my hope for him is that he can have children. And they say it's a respiratory thing. Mm-hmm. I don't want for him to get to be 25 years old but still have the lung capacity of an 8-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. He may just be a carrier, but we don't know all the long-term negative things right now. So, and in my town right now, our hospital, they're keeping it really hush-hush, but they have on the news saying that we have one person that has coronavirus here, but yesterday they only closed everything here. But the thing is, I know one of the nurses that worked at the hospital, and it's an ER doctor that has it, and they didn't isolate him until yesterday. They didn't quarantine him until yesterday, and he's been seeing patients. He's been treating patients. He's been doing all of this stuff in the one hospital that we have here.
Right.
So, I mean, that's careless.
That's very careless and it's very dangerous. And that gets back to Navita's point, because just because it don't affect you, it can affect other people around you. And then you got to take into account when we talk about compromised immune systems. We're thinking about people with major diseases, but how many of us, because of the sugar input that we have in our lives and the exposure that we have in our lives and the stress that we have in our lives, at any moment can be somebody with a compromised immune system. Some of us are one fire away. Oh, yeah. We are one fire. We are one extra bill away from having a compromised immune system. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you carry.
Even if you do get it, what's the worst case scenario?
Death.
I don't know.
You said it yourself. You said death.
Society that death is, and that's rare, and that's rare.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say this:
death has been rare, and then the word so death is a possibility, but death is a possibility with a lot of things. More people die of heart disease by eating different
Yeah.
tests don't apply or what have you. But death is still rare. Now, you can become sick, but you can live through it. And your symptoms would be that of similar to like flu / bronchitis type symptoms. I just think that we have a tendency to feel like we just should never be sick, and then if you get sick, it's the end of the world. As long as you can get sick, and which is not a good thing, but we do live in a society that has germs. We get sick, we recover, and we live, and we keep it moving. That's just, I think that for me, and it's I'm abstract.
Well, I think that's why they have so many fatalities right now. Like, if you check out the numbers of people who have died, it's people who have treated the coronavirus like it was just a cold or whatnot. And then we hear a couple of weeks later that they died because they treated it like a cold, because they didn't.
But whatever the case, the death toll, which they said this morning, is low. They said it on the news thing. It's the death toll. Whether they treated it, mistreated it, danced with it, had a party with it, it doesn't change the fact in numbers that the death toll is low. And in actuality, there is no pandemic. If you go by the official definition of pandemic. Now, white folks being infected is a large number, then they classify it as pandemic. But if you use their own definition and look at where and the places that have been minimally affected, it may not classify as that. But they say it does, and that's...
Listen, Navita.
Marimba Ani talked about in her book, is that rhetorical ethics thing that they always have going on.
Navita, bottom line, I'm white. I say it's a pandemic. Shut up. Y'all be tripping.
Right.
You want to ask all these damn questions. Take the days off. Even though you can't afford them. Struggle, goddammit, it's a pandemic. We got white people in Europe dying. What do you want us to do? But hold on, I got to take a commercial, family. Listen, those of you that are tuning in through Facebook and YouTube, make sure you stop at the Gye-Nyame Journey store at gnjmedia.live.
Yeah,
go
hang up and listen.
You say who? Check us out at the...
she's gonna hang up and listen.
Okay. Check us out. You don't do that in the middle of my commercial, woman. But anyway, Daily Toaster. You get your Daily Toaster t-shirt. You get your Baynou t-shirt. We got different colors. We got
sure you got double X.
Got who? Double X?
You got a double X?
Yeah, we got double X. All you got to do is go to the store. You got the Gye-Nyame Journey Journal. We got the Gye-Nyame Journey Spiral Journal. We got the new Daily Toaster shirt that only a few people got in the country. We got the long sleeve. We got the short sleeve. We got the hoodies. And we got shirts designed specifically for women. And it's snowing right here in Columbus, Ohio. And I can't believe it, because it has been a light winter. We have our Daily Toaster hats.
You mean I can get a t-shirt and a handy dandy notebook?
Oh man, what do you? Oh yes, you being able to do that. But now I just figured out how to show everybody how to do it. But anyway, let's get back to our conversation. We are talking about quarantine, family. We are quarantined, and what people don't understand is that in this quarantine, it's not. You might be able to kick it a little bit, but because some people thinking, listen, family, it could get to a point where they might be able to shoot you on sight if they see you outside. That's what people don't understand about the seriousness. When you look, let me go. I'm gonna skip past some of the stuff I want to talk about, because I want to talk about Gina trying to take over my show. There's an in-house conspiracy that we need to deal with on Gye-Nyame Journey. But my daughter's trying to take over the show. Ohio DeWine announced 3-week spring break. Okay, hold on. I want to go a little bit farther back because I got it on here. Where they changed the laws. When they put this as an emergency. I don't know about Louisiana, but they put this as an emergency. Once they put this as an emergency, the governor is able to change rules and basically laws and how they deal with stuff. Ohio's, is this it? Spring break for, it might be in this article, but I'm going to go down a little bit farther to check it out. Family, make sure you're checking this out on Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline. And if you find any interesting news that you think the family should have, post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't catch it all. You know what I'm saying? Shaka can't catch it all. Navita can't catch it all. You might have that one article that might save our people's lives. That might be that article that wakes up a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, post, and if it don't fit, we'll just take it down. Don't be offended. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, where we at? Oh, so now they're going to stop my timeline. Ain't this some bullshit? Family, hold on. I'm going to have to go another way. We're going to go another way. I know a lot of y'all don't have this screen on your computer, but I got it on my computer. It's moving slow, but I want to get to the one article on Gye-Nyame Journey where they talk about the rules changes. Go to our host. Man, I'm streaming and using up a lot of stuff. Are we still streaming on Spreaker? What's up and on Spreaker? Family, you can check us out for podcasts. For those of you that go and you want to listen in, I am going to try to make sure you have the deep, sultry sounds of Gye-Nyame Journey Media while you are in your office. You know what I'm saying? And over this next 3 weeks, we are going to try to build the platform to a point of no return. We are going to be able to stream on a regular basis for long periods of time and make a living. I mean, hell. We already got the person to be able to do the soundtrack for every last show that we have. You know what I'm saying? I could talk forever, you know, and Lord knows who else out there has some skills that we could use. Sister Davida, what skills you got that you could contribute to the movement?
I am planting like a squirrel. I am sowing seeds everywhere I can find an open space. But I have been doing this prior to the corona. I can't say that. Prior to the virus. I know here on YouTube where I'm watching you get flagged if you say that. So I don't want to say that.
If you say
the C virus.
Oh, okay. Oh, you get flagged if you say it?
Your page would get flagged. So I don't want to.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Say that too much.
Oh, I've been.
So that virus, I've been doing that before that. So I've been sowing seeds, and my plan is to get them sprouted enough into little planters, so that if this goes on too long, I can start giving the sprouts out to the people in the neighborhood, so they can put them in their yard and actually have something that will fruit for them. So I have some collards going, I have okra going, cabbage, and this isn't something that I'm going to charge them for, because I know what happens in the time of crisis. When you have something that people need, if you charge them for you, they will turn to desperation.
Right.
Desperate times call. Exactly. So it's not something that I plan to charge for. It's just that they need it. They know where they can come and get it. But right now, it's not quite ready. You know, Mother Nature takes the time for them. So it's still growing. And I have goats. I raise goats. So there's goat milk right now. If they need that, they can get it. I don't plan on slaughtering my goats. But if push comes to shove, we got to do what we got to do.
Right. All right. So,
hey, you ever had a three-legged goat?
Never had that. That is a.
Is that a real thing? Because he be making stuff up. Is that real? What'd you say? A pre-naked goat? What?
You don't
it's possible. It's possible, but don't have
having it too. Like, you know, having a goat stay alive, and
it wouldn't. It probably, but I've never had that happen. I do have a goat that's pregnant right now, so don't jinx me. Don't set up all their legs.
I can't find it. But anyway, the governor has the ability to change the rules temporarily and do some major stuff. And we have to be aware of these type of powers, because he could be like, nobody allowed on the streets. If it's not official business and we could declare this is official business, nobody is allowed out. So we got to understand this is not necessarily a kicking it time for anybody.
That's correct.
And the question that...
And they can freeze their assets.
and can freeze all assets. So that you have to go on what you have. We're not saying here, Gye-Nyame Journey, that it's something that can actually happen, but we're saying that in some form or fashion, you need to have some type of preparation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, my kids can eat. I done proved to myself several times I go without eating for over 21 days. So don't, you know what I'm saying, as long as my babies is getting, I don't need a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I do need to stay strong just in case. And family, I want y'all to realize this. Once the quarantine go into full effect and our community is hit by the effects of the quarantine, because they're not going to be able to work, they're not going to be able to make money. The first week might be cool, but as we start moving into the second week, people are going to be forced into a survival mindset, which means that you really, really need to watch your back. This is why I constantly tell us that we have to start building tribes where we are. You know what I'm saying? Because so that you always because we all slip, but you always need to have people around you that's watching your back. You know what I'm saying? Because because I want y'all to think about I doubt they'll do this, but what if they have to close stores down for a day?
Sure.
I went to Kroger's last night. Well, I ain't go to Kroger's. I drove by Kroger's because when I drove up to the parking lot, it was absolutely packed. And I did not want to go in and deal with that madness. You know what I'm saying? So, I got enough stuff to last. So I do need some baking soda. So I'm going to walk over there and probably go get some baking soda. And I might vote on the way over there. I might wait till tomorrow. I don't know. But, with this disease, we don't have enough information to really, really be clear on what's going on with this. So we got to be very careful with how we deal with it. So Shaka done dropped off. I guess I've been running my mouth too much. Brother Shaka done dropped off. He like, man, brother, I talk too much. I know. I can't help it. I try. I'm trying to get your name up off of here. I don't want everybody to see your name. It won't let me switch now. So let me go on and switch screens. All right, let's go to the same one. All right, cool. Family, so now, so going out of time, because I'm going to find an article and maybe we could use it tomorrow for our hosting. Because, of course, we got plenty of time to toast and talk. Wrong one again. Damn, wrong screen. I don't want that screen. Where we at? We're going to switch over here. We're going to move off of that. Well, goddamn. All right, so now I reset something and it's moving real slow. Damn, I got kicked out on chat. Peace, I'm back.
This call may be recorded or transcribed.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, everything ain't froze. I think my kids using my wife going down my life. That's what they do. They are children and I love them. So I'm pull up the news real quick. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now I see you moving on TV again.
Right. I got my baby, my daughter's downstairs streaming something. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take let's take a couple of moment break, and I'm gonna play a commercial real quick.
Okay.
In the bathroom? Are you always trying to take credit? Good job, Cleve.
So when he done with the show, y'all can come up here. Y'all come down here and clean down here. Shut up. You shut up. Act like it's a lot. Mama, shut up, please. Nobody's even talking. Can we go somewhere to eat? We're going to
Come. Did y'all clean the bathroom upstairs? All right, clean the bathroom downstairs and get your room together. All right, real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. So, just some light news for y'all real quick. I left my camera on, and Miss Gina G has pledged to take over my show. And you know, like I said, train a child in the way that they should go, and of course they're gonna follow that. She see me doing this every day, so now she got on there and she pledged that when she take over the show, it won't be boring.
Oh.
That's her word. She got on that video, she got about 21 to 22 views. Going up, throw her a thumbs up. You know, encourage the babies. Yesterday, I did a video and I got over 236 views on the video, and I know that's not a lot for some of the streamers out there and stuff like that. But for me, that's a lot of views. But family, we got one dude on YouTube. Only one dude on YouTube is commenting, and his name is Malik. And I mean, he ain't got nothing but negative comments on there. And I'm sitting up here like, wow, where my people's at? I know I got a lot of people watching on Facebook. Get on there and put some other stuff to push that up out of there. I'm going to leave them up. So let's see. We got an article up on Gye-Nyame Journey where it's saying something strange is going on with the North Star. I won't read it. It's a complicated article, but I like to make sure that we are versed in many things. And, you know, not only we got coronavirus, we got the great pumpkin as president, we got the North Star not acting right. There's a lot of stuff that we need to really start figuring out in our lives, and it might be a signal that you need to be doing more, family. All right, so here we go. Ohio health official estimate 100,000 people in state have coronavirus. Now, family, remember the key word in this, estimates. We don't know how many people have corona, right? And you could go on and read that article yourself. This is from thehill.com. You can check out that article and get information about that. Ohio Governor DeWine announces 3-week spring break for schools to control coronavirus. Now, the governor announced it, and kids heard it. See, because this is why it's very important that you have people around you inform you of how things should be said. Because the governor fucked up for every parent out there. Because he said it will be an extended spring break. When it's learning that needs to be happening. So we got kids and teachers running around. Well, if it's a spring break, why do I have to do anything? Family, the learning doesn't stop. We're going to continue to learn on Gye-Nyame Journey. Like I said, we set up some e-courses and all that. We already seen we doing that. And, of course, I'm going to be streaming, and we're going to have more Toastin Talks for this whole period of time that we are in this quarantine state. You know what I'm saying? So that we go and get the information out. But Ohio Governor DeWine, this is from the University of Ohio. Governor DeWine announces 3-week spring break for Ohio school to control coronavirus. Now, point one, the first place that should have been started with in order to control this should have been schools in the first. Not grown folk schools, but schools. Children be kids out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, our children used to go home to some type of family or some type of environment with other people. And those people around the children are usually older. So, you know, with something like this next time, because I'm believing there will be a next time, close the school first. Right? Or maybe even rethink the whole concept, of school. And that's a whole nother whole nother discussion. And I'm not just talking this online gobbledygook. There's other ways where we can make sure our children are getting educated, and there's other ways that we can measure their intelligence. And measure their growth. There's ways we could do this, and not necessarily pack them into large buildings with 500 to 1,000 different individuals. You know what I'm saying? Because in this coming world, this may appear to be one of the biggest dangers that we have in bringing all these people together. You know what I'm saying? And for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? So we might really need to rethink that, and I mean, because we got the technology to be able to do some quality educating, as well as some beautiful social interactions, and enhance the intelligence of our babies. Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine announced Thursday that Ohio schools will have a 3-week spring break. Wrong words, homie. Starting next week, as precaution against the spread of coronavirus. Ohio K-12 school will be closed from 3:30 p.m. Monday through at least April 3rd, DeWine said. The order applies to public, private, and charter schools. We have to do this if we are going to slow this down, DeWine said during his daily coronavirus update. So now they do have a daily coronavirus update in a couple of days. Let's see. And I'm sorry, because DeVita just made me aware that if I keep on saying that word, they will, which is censorship and foolishness. The U.S. stock market has now wiped out the entire $11.5 trillion of value it gained since Trump's 26th election victory. So the coronavirus is not only affecting our bodies, it's also affecting the body of the nation as far as the economics. And economics represent the flow of blood. Yes, Sasha Ma. Excuse me. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame.
The coronavirus affects the organs. I think so.
You got to talk clear. I couldn't understand you. My daughter's trying to educate me about the coronavirus. After I get done with my show, I give her time, and she won't have nothing to say. Anyway, so family, we got to understand that this virus is shaking the world in a way that we may need as a people, because the opportunity that's going to come out of this is for some of our people to settle down and really look at where their life is. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us got those cousins that's been balling, and they have not been able to really distinguish between credit and wealth and income, and this period of time might give them just the taste that they need to understand that they are ADOS. You know what I'm saying? They belong to a wealthless group of individuals that, and even though some individuals may have some wealth, us as a group do not. And it's the group that protects the individual rights. We have to always remember that. Because if you are dependent on just the United States government to protect what you have, history shows that you are a fool. I'm just putting that out there for you, family. All right? So,
Can I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah, call in.
Now, okay, with that statement that you made, now this is just a different perspective, and I could be wrong because I don't speak for the whole diaspora, but I kind of feel like speaking for just my point of view, from an economical standpoint, we may be the most financially poor, but I think for those of us who come from the ADOS, I think we are the most wealthiest of all because we built the country, and some of the family that has moved away from our roots, they just need to reconnect those who are still where we were placed. I don't know how to put it, but a lot of the families that moved from where we were placed don't know that they have things to come back to, and that's why I kind of preach to people: do your backtrack, like find out where you came from, like not your point of origin, like not all the way back to
Right.
but find out where you were brought to, because right where you were brought to, there is a point of prosperity there. Because, like, for my family, a lot of them did move away, but they don't know. The ones that moved away don't know that they have land here. They have lots of land here, and it's here for the taking. There is over 100 acres of land here.
For your family?
Huh?
Within your family?
Within my family, and it's hard trying to find everybody. I don't know. I'm not the type of person. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on any of those types of platforms. But I implore everyone who's listening, that's out there, do your research. Try to backtrack where you come from, because most of the people who are in northern states, you're not there by accident because of the northern migration. You went there to help your family that stayed south build wealth. It wasn't just because you decided to be in Ohio that you were there. No, you have some roots that are down south somewhere, and those roots that are down south somewhere, don't think that they were poor people. No, they were sharecroppers, but they may have been sharecroppers after they got out of slavery, but they acquired things, and their property is usually still here. It may be held by somebody else, but those titles are still in that family's name. And it's not taken. The government can't take that. Yeah, they can say that it was sold in an estate sale. No, that's not true. That is not true. That is not true. Deeds can be changed. Titles cannot be given away unless it has been written over to somebody else. And in our family's case, we never sold our property. We never gave it away or anything like that. It's been in our family for over 110 years. And it's getting to the point now where I'm the only one that's maintaining, and it's a bit much. And like I said before, I still know how to work the land, and I'm trying to teach my son how to work the land. But unless everybody comes together, when I go, I doubt my son is going to want to keep up the tradition. And so this is going to be just a yard, a acreage that's just going to be grown up into woods. So I encourage people to still pick up what you don't want to do. Like if you don't like gardening, that's probably because that is something that's innate in you. It's probably something that your ancestors were good at. Do it. Pick it up. If it's something that you despise, if you hate cutting grass, it's probably because your ancestors were really good at it. Try your hand at it. Try doing things that you don't like doing, because that's stuff that you need. You know how to garden. You need to know how to take care of yourself in the most natural of ways. Not all this superficial stuff. You need to know how to irrigate. You need to know how to take water that it has been contaminated and purify it. You need to know how to take things. You need to know how to make things like colloidal silver. You need to know how to make colloidal copper. You need to know how to purify water with activate. You need to know how to do a lot of things that people have turned away from. But study and explore your roots and find out where you come from, because we do have wealth, but nobody has taken the time to investigate where the roots come from, because the roots. Black folks have a lot of wealth, but we've been told don't look back. That's what we've been told. Don't look back, because there's nothing there. But in truth and in reality, yeah, there is something there. It's just been a lot of laws that have been written to make it seem that, no, y'all didn't have nothing. And if you did have something, it's been sold. And in reality, those laws that were written way back in the day were laws that were unjust, and today those can be challenged. And like in North Carolina, there was a family that challenged a family that bought their family's estates, and it was, I think it was like 120 or so acres, and it was a black family that took this white family to court, and they got all of their property back, every acre, and everything that was on it, and there were businesses on it, and they got everything that was sitting on it, and now they get all the income that those businesses produce. So you have to do the research.
Do you have
time to do the research?
Do you have the articles for some of this stuff, or some writings for some of this stuff, so that you could post it up on the site so that the family could see it? Because because what you're saying is, one, I hear you, get back to your roots. That's why we pour libations here. And you saying there's wealth or there's land within our families that we get, and there's a process through which we could go about getting that. Do you have information where people could go that you could share up on the Gye-Nyame Journey site? Well, you don't do Facebook, but you do email. You can email me.
I don't.
You can,
yes. In fact, I do. I did an article. I did an interview with the New York Times on one line of my family. I did 3 lines of my family, and it was all on my dad's side. And on 3 lines of my family on my dad's side, 1 line on my mom's side. With the article that I did with the New York Times, or the interview that I did with the New York Times, I found out that the Mahoney line of my family was descendants of the Georgetown slaves. So we are descendants of the people, the 272 slaves who were sold to get Georgetown out of debt. So I don't know if you know the lady, the actress, I can't call her name right now, but she was on Law and Order. She was the lead detective. She has dreads. She's the only black woman that was on there. I can't call her name right now. But she too is a descendant of the GU 272. And they named one of the buildings after her greatest of grandfathers, Isaac Campbell, or Frank Campbell. And yeah, so I mean, it's a lot. It's some heavy stuff. But yes, I can post. I can not post, but I can email it to you.
Email it
and
to.
There are articles.
Email that information so that people can get access to that and begin their own studies. I want to salute Lieutenant Capshaw. He says the elementary school should have been closed and disinfected 2 months ago. Now, this is the question, because now this is my pushback on because I hear what you're saying, but this is my pushback. To do the work that's necessary on the land and to build on the land, is the wealth there for you? Like, are there banks that's willing to loan to you? You know what I'm saying? Or how? Because other than just doing it all from the land, is the resources there to bring the land to a productive state? Because that's the other stuff we need.
You get in some cases you get lucky, but you have to be creative. So I can give you some ideas, but you really have to get creative, and you have to know what works best for you, and in some cases your family. Because in some cases you may be in a situation where it's heirs property, meaning that property may be tied up with you and other descendants of your family, so it cannot be sold. So that's the situation I have with my family property here, because I can never sell it because there's so many people that are tied up into it, but they're scattered in the wind, so I can never sell it, but yet I don't know how to contact all of these different branches. But yeah, you have to get creative. So you can find different people. You don't have to just go to a bank. you can find different investors, different companies. So if you have, say you have only like 15 acres, and I'm saying this as only because I don't know what the situation may be. So if you have only 15 acres and it's fronted by, um, let's say, a main thoroughfare, then that's a perfect opportunity to offer it to someone who needs like a housing development. You can find someone to like proposition someone like a apartment complex or something along those lines where it would be situated like that, depending on what your needs are. Like you don't mind having an apartment complex there. Not everyone in your family may agree with that. So you have to find something that will work for you. You may want it to be something where it's just natural, where you just have greenery, where it's just a garden growing so you can give back. You may want it to stay like it is until later generations can come along and develop it, as long as it stays manageable. So you may just want to keep it cut and maintained.
Can I ask you? Let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question real quick.
Yes.
I just wanted, because in the background, I'm hearing birds. Are you out in nature right now?
Yes, I live in the country.
Oh man, that's beautiful. Y'all heard them birds? That's hot. That's hot. But hold on. So let's go down to, because I got the image up now. I had the wrong image up. But there go the Great Pumpkin. As you can see, the Great Pumpkin. For those that don't know, and those of you that were planning on going to Walt Disney World over the next 3 weeks, not gonna happen. Disney World has been closed down. Walt Disney World closes, paralyzing the company's tourism empire. And I am happy, huh? I don't know. Well,
He said he don't know.
Let's see. So you got us on here. Oh, Miss Shamika. Ooh, Miss Shamika commented on my thing. What's up, Miss Shamika? All right. Let's see. We did a tribal quotes this week, which was pretty good. Let me show this premiere of this new film that's coming out that I want to bring to Columbus. This is Happy Films. So let's go and we're going to find the film. Here we go. Here we go. So I want to bring this film to Columbus. So family, y'all get ready, because maybe we might be able to get hold of this, because they are premiering it. Oh, they already premiered it. So we want to get this film here in Columbus, and we might have a movie night with this. Hopefully, if this stuff blows over. But this documentary is called Happy. So go and check out this real quick. Okay. Wait, I gotta pause it. I gotta pause it here. I gotta pause it right here. Hold on, I'm gonna go back because I want to be able to say what I want to say while the dude is on the film. This guy right here, Zawi Hawass. I can't stand this motherfucker, boy. I'm being all the way honest with you. I just, cause he done took Egyptian or Kemetic history and dropped it down into Central Asian fuckery. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't stay here. I just had to get that out because it was bursting in my soul. I just wanted to say that. And for those that's new to, we don't believe that the ancient Kemites or Egyptians, as y'all want to call them, were Arabs. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Or Central Asians. What you want?
She wanted to check on us, see if anybody was sick.
All right.
I told her we're going to Swenson. She said she wanted Galley. I'll tell you later.
Call her back, ask her what she want. Write it down.
I already know.
Oh. All right. So of course we're gonna try to we're gonna bring that to Columbus. I'm gonna work on that right now because I got hip to that by brother Philip Shock Matthews, and we're gonna make it happen. Hold on. I'm just trying to see what's going on with these mics real quick. Hopefully we didn't crash or anything like that. So let's keep it moving down the timeline. Italy closes bars, restaurant, and most shops. Now, I put this up because the way that the virus is spreading over here matches how it was spread in Italy. So some of the stuff that we're seeing in Italy and the amount of time that is happening in Italy, we could kind of project by looking at that where we gonna go. So you could just read this article, get some idea about the direction that the United States will be going. Gina, what you hiding? Excuse me, it's real life at Gye-Nyame. Get back down here. I already told y'all to put on clothes. Oh, I don't like that. I just told you I'm about to take y'all to Swenson's. Why you? That's cool. And you better not order nothing.
Why not?
Because you eating already. You're not hungry. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Y'all heard her say okay, right? We're going to see about how that okay going to change in the next couple minutes. So let's go back. So there we go right here. So, Laura, now on this article, the behavior of single-cell organism may have just unraveled the biggest mystery of the universe. This is from inverse.com, and they're talking about slime molds and how the growth of slime molds could be a model for this whole idea that we have around dark matter, which kind of supports the idea as above, so below. So, family, like I said, our ancestors' wisdom is a proven. A lot of that stuff is proven. All we got to do is apply the information that they had. You can't be watching that down here. My mic is good. So move. Turn it off until you go upstairs.
Turn what off?
What you watching?
I'm not watching nothing.
Okay. All right. We're going to skip that one. Let's look at this one real quick. I want people to see this because this is technology that's being developed, and I want y'all to be able to see. Oh, no, that's the wrong article. Where the article at? They got a whole thing on the Boston, boom, boom, boom. They took the video down. I got to go back. Took the video down. Shame. Shameful. There we go. 10 years of progress. I don't see the video. They done took the video down. Uh-oh. This might be it. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Family, watch this. I want y'all to look at this. So this is where my finger is now. This is how the robot would have been after you in 2009. You could have did a couple of jukes and a robot would have failed. You could have jumped over a trash can and the robot wouldn't be able to handle it. You could have climbed something and a robot wouldn't been able to get you. Right? But family, this is the robot in 2019. What happened? Let's go back. This is the robot in 2019. Would you look at the advancement in 10 years? Look at this. He looked like he running from the police's damn self. Look at that. How you gonna get away from that, family? So not only do we have a super virus, we got super robots coming. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get ready, get in shape. Because you know what I'm saying? That 1 minute run that most of y'all got, you need warrior training. You need to hook up with Gye-Nyame Journey or some other tribe building organization with some type of warrior training so that you can get ready, because no longer will pigeon-toed robots be chasing you with ugly shoes on. Them some ugly shoes. Look at the shoes that robot got. Ugly shoes. You know, now he got sporty feet that he could jump up on buildings and chase you down. Are you ready? They sending the Terminator after you in 2023 after we take over in Columbus. Because once we take over in Columbus, one of the first things we're going to do, we're going to deactivate all the robots. Because they coming out. You know what I'm saying? They coming out. Not only they going to get your job, they're going to take your ass to jail or to the internment camp or to the extermination chamber. They're getting them ready. Look at, I'm just amazed every time. Look at, in my young days, man, I would have been able to do that. But right now, he doing 1 foot. Look. And it's calculating. Look. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm excited, family. Because I know some of my kids ain't going to be able to get away from that.
Yes, I am.
Well, yeah, you might, because I'm getting you ready. But I don't know if you get away from them now. Dow plunges 2,300 points. Stocks in the Meltdown as panic selling continues. They said it hadn't been this bad since 1987, the year I graduated from high school. And, family, we have to know that this virus, whether you want to call it real or not, it is affecting our lives. Is it going to affect your life in a way that's going to take away from you, or is it opening up an opportunity for you to do something and be something greater? Will you take this time? Will you take this time to do some true self-work? Do some true family work. Do some true tribal work so that we can move into 2021 empowered. You know what I'm saying? Take this time to really make contacts and to really learn how to use this new weapon called the internet and streaming and social media. Learn how to wield these things for the advancement of your people. Because remember, we got a pact to keep with our ancestors and a promise to keep with our children. Once again, we got a pact to keep with our ancestors and a promise to keep for our children. And neither one of those, you are the linchpin. If we take away the present, the past disappears. I know some of y'all are like, oh, no, it's still there. But if you're not here to remember it, if we are not here to remember it, our past is done. And if we are not here, if the linchpin, if we're taking it out, there's no future generations coming. You are the linchpin in this moment. And you have a critical role in our people's existence. And the question that I have to ask, that you have to ask yourself is, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you being productive? Are you building something worthy of being kept and cherished? I mean, I'm just asking the question, family. Just asking the question. I know I've been on here a long time. I'm about to get up and off. 1619, we talked about that earlier. Stop Republicans block emergency sick leave bill as coronavirus outbreak spread across the U.S. So a lot of people going to have to take off. They telling people that if you're sick, don't come to work. But we know many of us don't work because we enjoy the job. We work because we got to work. Big difference. Let me say that again. Most of us don't work because we enjoy the job. We work because we have to work. Because regardless of how you feeling, how coronavirus hits you, how some of these other diseases hit you, how some of these other sicknesses hit you, rent is always due. Mortgage always has to get paid. Car payments and repairs have to take place in order for you to be a functional individual in the society. These bills come around regularly, so you don't got time to be debating whether or not you're going to go to work sick or not. You have to go to work. So what the Republicans have blocked is, one, because, they say they're for business. So I can understand their vote. Republicans block emergency sick bill leave. Right now, who was the money coming from for the sick bill? If they did it to protect small businesses, I can understand. But if this bill, and I'm not going to go in and read it, you go and read it for yourself. If this bill is stopping the sick leave monies from being released by the federal government, then them bastards need to be, I'm going to just be quiet.
Is that a word?
What, bastard? Huh? Yes.
Not in the dictionary.
Sister Davita is sharing her article from the New York Times, but I don't see it. It didn't pop up yet. Oh, she probably shared it on YouTube. Hold on. No, I don't see anything. Nothing popped up on yet. Sister Davita says she going out and voting on Coogee, and I'm gonna take 7 push-ups for each one of those letters in that day, girl. Inside China, high-stake campaign to smear United States over coronavirus. Right now, according to Fox News, China is blaming the U.S. China is blaming the U.S. for spreading the coronavirus. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just telling y'all. Cold fusion. Permanent magnets stronger than those on a refrigerator could be a solution for delivering fusion energy. Family, fusion energy, like the coronavirus, is going to change the game. Are your children ready? Are your children getting involved in the energy sector? Are they studying the astrophysics and the physics that is necessary to get this? Because we could do it. I mean, we created this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to be going and encouraging our young people to go on and get a basic grasp of this stuff. We have a math master right within Gye-Nyame Journey that can help our children understand some of the equations that they try to deal with. It's just a language. All it is a language. Learn to speak a language. You know what I'm saying? Physics is a language. It's a group of ideas with a certain way of expression that once you start learning and understanding the concepts, you can speak the language yourself. And we need to encourage and push more of our children into these fields so that we can go on once again, but then it gets back to the wealth because, you're going to need, research costs money. People got to eat. So, family, I think that might be it for today. Saudi Arabia doubles down on threat to flood the oil market. So we got Russia has fallen out with OPEC, and now because OPEC or Saudi Arabia feels that Russia been getting over anyway, they're going to flood the oil market, which everybody's saying, quote unquote, not everybody, but the powers that be say that that's a problem. I don't understand, why is oil the only commodity that when you flood the product, when you flood the market, it becomes a problem? I like a certain pair of socks. If the socks that I like are not abundant, then the price is high. So the socks that I like might cost $20 a pair. But when more people get the ability to produce the sock and this type of material that I like in that sock, and more people can produce it at that quality, the value of the sock or the price of the sock is going to go down. That's what's supposed to happen. When you flood the market, when there's a lot of stuff coming to the market should adjust. And that means the price should go down. So I'm expecting to see 99-cent gas, but of course not. Of course not. Right? The profit margins aren't big enough. Family, most of us are just casualties of capitalism. That's what it is. We're just the casualties of capitalism. And once you understand that, everything else starts to make a little bit more sense to you. You're just a casualty of capitalism. All right, now even Harvey Weinstein sentenced to 23 years in prison. About goddamn time. That's all I'm going to say on that. You can read about that in Variety.com. I bet you over there playing the victim. And I wonder what type of accommodations they're going to make him on his 23-year stay. I say make him cellmates with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? That probably would be the only thing that would satisfy me. Make this motherfucker a cellmate with Bill Cosby. But I know he was convicted in New York, so he won't be going to a Philadelphia prison. But I'm quite sure some arrangements can be made. Because I want to make sure that the same amenities that Bill Cosby has are the same amenities that Mr. Harvey Weinstein receives as well. I want to make sure that Harvey Weinstein is as comfortable as our elder Bill Cosby, the father of America. He deserves nothing more and nothing less. So we want to make sure that he receives the exact accommodations that that our elder, the person that supposedly was drugging all these women and all this, we want to make sure that the accommodations that he get, Harvey Weinstein gets as well. So yes, so he could be as comfortable as he possibly can. And welcome to jail, Mr. Weinstein. All right, and I want to cover this. New chlamydia species discovered deep under the Arctic Ocean. West Asians, why y'all just can't leave shit alone? If chlamydia, the new chlamydia, is down up under the Arctic Ocean, why are you fucking with it? Why you just can't leave it alone? So now, not only do I have to worry about a motherfucker coughing on me, right? I got to worry about this new chlamydia too, right? Because they're going to dig it up and do something with it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to dig up no new chlamydia and not do something with it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want to brag to the Russians that they found a new form of, you know how West Asians get. They want to outdo each other. So Russia's going to have to find a new form of herpes somewhere buried deep, somewhere. It's at the bottom of the ocean, the Arctic Ocean. Nobody goes to the Arctic Ocean. What the fuck you doing there? Why? Help me understand. Can somebody, please? Somebody make some sense of this. I'm looking for some support in the chat. I need some West Asian support in the chat. I need somebody who's going to defend the West Asians for the shit that they do. I'm going to post up my, okay, you can hit my email is hatim at, hold on, Gye-Nyame journey.com. There you go. Forget the comma on the end or whatever that is. All right, so let's go and look at this new chlamydia. We got to look at it, family, because this is going to be the shit that's hit next. And then motherfuckers going to be acting like they don't know. You know, when people hear the word chlamydia, this is from CNN. When people hear the word chlamydia, I know what you're thinking. They usually think about sexually transmitted infections. That's exactly what I was thinking about. And it's true that the specific bacteria that causes chlamydia typically depends on interaction with other organisms to survive. So when a team of researchers discovered new chlamydia-related species deep below the Arctic Ocean, rather than leave that shit down there, no, they had to bring it back to the laboratory and study it. Now, all that I added, seeing in a place with no oxygen, so this shit could survive without oxygen. And without any apparent host organism, they were surprised. But wasn't surprised and shocked enough to just leave it alone. Hey, Cleve, I do the cussing around here, homie. Hold on, let me put my real life camera on because my son is getting out of hand. You cussing, Cleve? Finding chlamydia in this environment was completely unexpected. And of course, begged the question, what on earth were they doing there? They was minding their business. Why can't you mind yours? These motherfuckers done found some new oh my God. The committee was minding his business up in the Arctic Ocean. That's what it was doing. Janae Jahamashi, this is an East Asian, y'all, a PhD student at Uppsala University in Sweden, and the lead author of a recent study said in a news release, the finding published last week in Current Biology could shed new light on how chlamydia came to affect humans and other animals. Get ready for a new venereal disease, family. I feel it's my responsibility to get you prepared. Get prepared. There will be a new chlamydia hitting the market soon. Somehow this is going to get out the laboratory. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to be able to take responsibility. Okay. Bacteria exceptionally abundant. And remember, it don't need oxygen. While the authors didn't find other host organisms that the new chlamydia-related bacteria depends on to survive, they said that the species could be getting fuel from other microorganisms deep in the ocean sediment. Finding that chlamydia have marine sediment relatives has given us new insights into how chlamydia pathogens evolved. Dharmashi said. A team of international researchers made the discovery by collecting samples during a visit to Loki's Castle, a field of hydrothermal vents in the Arctic Ocean between Greenland, Iceland, and Norway. Who goes swimming there? Who goes swimming that deep? I understand the need to discover and some shit just needed. Whoever found this shit threw that shit back in the ocean immediately. It's on about take it back. No. We can't do that. What makes this discovery particularly interesting, scientists said, is the environment in which the bacteria were found. A bacteria that is not suitable for human life, and the question is, why? Why are you there? What you doing? Go to outer space. But they probably find some type of space chlamydia up there too, and want to bring it back to study. All right. At a level so deep beneath the ocean surface, there's almost no oxygen and extremely high pressure. So not only does it not need oxygen, it can survive under extremely high pressure situations. So obviously this thing is very adaptive, very robust. It might even be anti-fragile. The more you try to do to it, the stronger it may become. They don't even know. So I got that Arctic chlamydia is going to be the term that's coming out next. Motherfucker just might blow up. Be standing right by you. Oh, I feel it starting. I'm about. Oh, that's that Arctic chlamydia. But researchers said they found that the new species of bacteria were exceptionally abundant in part of the ocean. In some cases, they were even the dominant bacteria. That could suggest the chlamydia and related bacteria play a much bigger role in marine ecology than previously known. Researchers said is at the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. I get a crick in my neck when I need my fuckery alarm. For now, the scientists don't know for sure what the role is, but the latest discovery signals that there could be more of these bacteria deep under the ocean surface, that it might lead to some answers. Have you ever been confronted by somebody who just asks questions? Just to ask questions. They don't even want the insight to come with the answer. They just ask questions. Right? They just want to appear smarter. They just want to hold up the process. But they just ask. They don't really want the answer. I feel that way about some of these scientists. You really don't want the answer. You just want to ask questions. And because you want to ask questions, we end up suffering from Arctic cold, super robust gonorrhea, chlamydia, or whatever it is. Y'all kill me. This is getting ridiculous. All right, family, this is okay. Psychology behind inequality. That's on here too. Let's go and look at that real quick, because I want y'all to check this out. This is an article from Psychology Today. Why don't people care about the economic inequality? Because I'm comfortable. Why should I give a damn? I don't. My camera off. Did the system crash? Why is my camera off? Uh-oh. Check one, but my mic on. My mic sounds nice. Check one. I could do, right now with the mic being on, I could deal with the camera not being on. I'm like, hey, shit, okay, the camera not on. Hey, the camera. Where the camera? What's going on? What's the word? But the camera, yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I switch scenes, will the camera come back on? Well, it appears to be, no, it's, on my end it's frozen. So I guess I don't overheat this damn thing. And let me go and write this down, because I'm about to get up off of here, family. We're going to close with Gina. I want y'all to see Gina's show, and I want y'all to take some time and show her some love and some support in what she's trying to do, even though she's not going to be able to replace me in the way that she won't, because you ain't as cold on this mic as I am, little girl. You need to get your life together. Words from your father. Once you get your life together, then I will help you. Go on and move. But you don't move in on what I do right now, young Simba. You stay where you are, you little young lion. I understand the desire to want to outpace me and the desire to want to be better than me. But understand that it's going to take some time. But I do want y'all to encourage my baby. So let me go and write this down. And encoding overload. Encoder. So I need to find encoder. Overload. Consider turning down video setting or using a faster encoding preset. We're going to look at that. All right, family. So now let's go and end this on Gina G project with Gina G trying to move in on her old man's territory and trying to retire me just a little bit too early. She got her eyes. She's watching the throne, and she wants to take the black chair, even though it's brown. I call it the black chair, and she want to take my spot in the black cave. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see how that go. We're gonna see how that go. All right, so here we go. So I want y'all to go and check out Miss Gina and her. Look at her whispering. What'd you say, girl? I can't hear you. Talk louder. The mic ain't working. Headphones ain't connected, little girl. Get your life together. It don't go there. It don't go there. No, it don't go there. Well, I guess it do. Damn, I just learned something new. Something happened, family. No, it's not, little girl. No, it's not. Get your life together before you come for the throne. Matter of fact, get up off my seat. She do funner stuff. No, funner is not a word. Y'all can check y'all dictionary. So if she take over and y'all vote her in over me, y'all gonna be exposed to words like funner. And funner is not a word. Just want y'all to know. I'm kind of heated right now. Cause the takeover is in process. You whispering because you ain't supposed to be on my mic. You ain't supposed to be in my chair. You ain't supposed to be in front of my camera. That's why she whispering, y'all. But we got to train them up. And we still working on her telling time because there's a big difference between 3 and 7:30 in the morning. But we're going to work on that. I'm glad you told me that, Gina. I will be getting you up extra early now since you don't want to wake up, but you want to watch the throne. You want to take my position. You want to do what I do. You want to be the daily toaster, huh? Huh? You got to go through a lot to get the belt. Let's go. Hold on. Shameless self-promotion. She's going to be reading the book 7 Sticks, and she was supposed to keep it under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Gina was going to have her own e-course, and she was going to be reading the book 7 Sticks so that young people could go on and have somebody their age reading a book, and they could read along with her. But she let the cat out the bag. Now the cat is all over. What are you doing on my computer? What are you doing on my computer? What's going on? That's the look. I'm in trouble. I'm doing something I should not be doing. You got to watch your babies because they trying to get your position. I ain't totally mad. I'm actually kind of proud. But now I'm going to have to go and put, I'm going to have to put the young lady in her space. Damn, y'all didn't see all that. I am sorry. I'm literally talking to myself. That's fucked up. All right, family. Without any further ado, we up. We out of here. I'm sorry. I'm still mastering the scenes and stuff. I'm going to go and do that little Gina clip and record it and put it up as a standalone version. Had that discussion. And, me and Gina going to have a nice conversation after I get off the air. Yes, we are. Yes. Going to have a nice conversation. So, family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This has been Toast&Talk, Talk, and we have been talking for 2 hours and 35 minutes and 41 seconds. And I want to thank you for every last millisecond of that. And, of course, this is the heart of a simple production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.